Valley Indians, hosting the number 7 regionally ranked Chesapeke Panthers. Valley come in with a record of 8-1 on the year. Chesapeake with a record of 8-2. And these clubs will tangle tonight to see who gets to advance in the OHSAA Division 6 tournament. Tony Lavender here with the Zone Sports team. Our pregame tonight is sent your way by Nature's Comfort. Nature's Comfort. Boyd Atkins and everyone there will be happy to help you out with your heating needs, whether it's coal or wood, a great new way. You can also heat your water. That's Nature's Comfort. Make sure that you give Boyd a call at 740-357-6336. The Indians, Coach Darren Crabtree, a record of 8-1, and Chesapeake with a record of 8-2. A quick look at Chesapeake's record on the year. Chesapeake opened up the season, and on the year, Chesapeake started off with 3 straight wins before they ran into Rock Hill, the Redmen, also a playoff team this year, and lost to them in overtime 20-27. Then they went along and knocked off 4 more straight games before they ran into the Iron Fighting Tigers, another playoff team, and lost in that game to Fighting Tigers by the score of 21-14. Otherwise, Chesapeake been doing quite well as they defeated Oak Hill 56-6. A close one to Alexander, which was also a playoff team, 9-3. They beat Sims Valley 25-14. They beat Warren 54-6, a Division III ball club. They also topped South Point, shut them out 35-0. Beat the Fairland Dragons 36-6. The Portsmouth Trojans 49-18, and closed out the season with the Coal Grove Hornets, defeating them by a score of 34-6. We're on the pregame here. Valley and Chesapeake getting ready to do battle, and we'll be back with more on our Nature's Comfort pregame when we return to Valley High School right after this.
Many people know that at the battery terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power Wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries?
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
Color of the day here as both Valley and Chesapeake featuring purple in their colors. Valley with a record of 8-1, open up the season with 7 straight wins before they dropped a 35-13 loss to Wheelersburg. Wheelersburg still undefeated after their first night in the playoffs, defeating Ironton just 24 hours ago. Then they closed out the season in the backyard brawl, defeating Minford by the score of 41-14. Valley opened up the season beating the Portsmouth Trojans and shutting them out 33-0. They topped Coal Grove 47-14. They beat Piketon 35-8. They defeated Raceland Rams 28-22. They topped East 55-15. Then they took on the Waverly Tigers and beat them 35-14. The West Senators 30-8. And again, as I mentioned, they closed out the season against the Minford Falcons 41-14. We're getting closer to game time here. Valley and Chesapeake getting ready to do battle. And we're on the pregame presented to you by Nature's Comfort. See Boyd Adkins for all your needs to keep your house and your water toasty, warm, and hot. As whether you use coal or wood, doesn't matter. They can do a great job for you. And we'll be back with more on our pregame when we return to Valley High School right after this.
Great hit for a home run. Anybody can hit a home run with Benton Murphy Insurance.
Since 1922, Barrington Murphy Insurance, along with State Auto Insurance, have been hitting home runs in the Scioto County area, offering a full line of insurance products, auto, home, business, and life insurance. Give us a call or stop by our office to let one of our dedicated staff help you with all your insurance needs. Barrington Murphy Insurance.
Things are getting ready to happen here at Valley High School Chesapeake and the Valley Indians getting ready to tangle with each other. Chesapeake won the toss and deferred until the second half. Valley has elected to receive. They'll defend the goal to your left on the TV screen. That's the north goal here at Valley High School. Let's take a quick look at the Chesapeake lineup as we have it. It was sent to us by Coach Andy Clark earlier today. And, of course, this is an unofficial lineup, so we'll make sure that we remind you that this could change right up to game time. Across the front line, they've got Brad Meadows, Chandler Sexton, Brendan Meadows, Seth Marlowe, and Jacob Johnson. At tight end, it's Blake Ashworth, 5'10", 205-pound senior. The wide receiver is Austin Oldecker. He's 5'11", 175 pounds and a senior. In the backfield, we'll see a variety of folks back there. Halfback J.W. Bartram, 5'9", 155-pound junior. The fullback is McCoy Brown, 5'10", 205-pound senior. We'll also see Cecil Fletcher back there, 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. And the quarterback, the straw that stirs the drink for Chesapeake, is just a junior. He's 5'10", 155 pounds. His name is Casey McComas on the year. At the quarterback spot, he's 23 out of 40. He's only been picked one time this year, and he's thrown for 429 yards and 6 TDs. He is a big threat on the ground as he's carried the ball 102 times this year, 780 yards for McComas, and he's had 11 TDs. So he's averaging over 7 yards a carry. And in fact, a whole great big bunch of the Chesapeake ball carriers are averaging over 7 yards a carry as Chesapeake tends to grind it out on the ground. And they went to their 8-2 record, really generating some offense this year. McCoy Brown, 107 carries for 807 yards and 7 TDs. Bartram, 69 carries for 475 yards and 9 TDs. And again, as we mentioned, McComas, 780 yards on the year. Chesapeake will be wearing the white football jerseys, purple pants, and purple headgear. They have come out on the field, and you see the Valley Indians getting ready to come out onto the field. And as they get ready, we want to remind you that Valley hosting the playoff game as the number 2 seed. And they, of course, will naturally be the home team here as they come out. And as you see them coming, they have the purple jerseys, white football pants.
Hello? Oh, hey, honey. Dinner. Yeah, I got it.
No, it just says no signal. Okay, thanks. Well, everybody's out. Valley will be to your right there in the purple jerseys, as I mentioned earlier. Remember, our pregame tonight was presented by Nature's Comfort. For coal or wood, you can heat your home and your water and get comfort from the natural way with Nature's Comfort. Our kickoff tonight is going to be presented by Sideline Pizza on Route 104, right up here in Lucasville. We hope that you will stop in there for some great goodies. Chesapeake, when they kick off, as you see, teeing the ball up there for Chesapeake is Wesley Stevens. The place kicker is 6'3", 135 pounds. He's a senior. He also does their extra point and field goal kicking. And as we see many teams anymore do, they're all making the little huddle there and make the move like they're getting ready to do a quick, short bums rush kick. But as they get ready, they'll drop back and Stevens will get set to go. Valley has 2 men back deep. And they'll get ready to roll as the Indians will be on the offense first here tonight. The ball is taken about the 18, and moving up with it is Burke. Burke will move along up to about the 35-yard line, so a nice return for Derek Burke. And that's where Valley will start the football game. We've just taken 4 seconds off the clock, and the Indians will have the ball on their own 36-yard line. High school football on the zone, sent your way by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. Also brought to you by Real Estate Gallery, who brings you the national anthem before each game. As Valley comes up, they'll send 3 men out to the right-hand side. And Rolfe, the quarterback, 6'2", 190-pound senior, will fake the pump, and then he'll dash up through the center. He'll meet a big, big stop, as moving in on him rather quickly up through there was linebacker Brad Meadows. Meadows carrying a good deal of bulk on his frame, as he is listed at 6'5" and 210 pounds. And he and Rolfe met sort of like the 2 cars at the Demolition Derby. We're 30 seconds into this ball game. Valley in the purple on the offense. Chesapeake in the white jerseys. Purple and purple on the scene here tonight. As a long count, Rolfe will give out on that right side to Howard. Howard heads up across the 46, about the 47. 44. And that's where they'll place it down. Now it'll be 3rd down and about 2 yards to go for the Indians. Valley, a record of 8-1. You're watching high school football on the zone, sent your way by Dan Cassidy and the folks at Barrett and Murphin Insurance. Also by Boland's Mini Mart on Route 52 in West Portsmouth. Rolfe under center will give to his tailback, and there's enough there for the first down as Blake Howard still on his feet, still rolling, still going, and he falls backward for another 3, and the ball pops loose. And we will see what we will see. And it is fumbled. It's called a fumble, and Chesapeake recovers. So Chesapeake gets a turnover quickly in this ball game, and they'll take over on their own 22-yard line. Howard went a goodly ways down the field, and the last 4 or 5 yards he was going backwards, really churning his legs. And the ball popped loose as he was gang tackled. And off right tackle goes Chesapeake, and moving up through there is McCoy Brown, the 5'10", 205-pound senior, who'll pick up a goodly chunk of yardage, and it'll make it 2nd and short with about 1 to go for the first down. Just underway here. We've played 2 minutes in the first quarter at Valley High School. Division 6, Region 21 playoff action. Way out to the left-hand side goes Oldecker. A wingman on either side, and one of those goes in motion. That's Wilcoxon. And they're going to try that left side, and it's going to be real close to the first down. Coming up out of there was Brown, and it is enough for a Chesapeake first down. That's our first down of the evening for either ball club. 9:40 to go here in the first quarter of action at Valley High School. Again, Oldecker out to the left side, way out there. 2 wings again. They put the right wing in motion, and they try right off tackle, left off tackle, excuse me. I'm thinking about the defensive side of the football there. And that again is enough for a first down. Kenny Williams on the stop for Valley. The ball sitting on the 47-yard line of the Panthers. Common opponents this year, Chesapeake and Valley each played Portsmouth. They both played Colgrove. And they both played Wheelersburg. Slot man on the right, straight ahead, a little dive for the fullback, and he is struggling for about 1 or 2. Pickup of about 2 on that play will make it 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. High school football on the zone is sent your way by the Wheelersburg Cinema, by the McKinley Funeral Home right here in Lucasville, and by all the Zone Country locations of Wagner Rental and Supply. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you for being there. We are on hand at Valley High School. Oldecker wide to the left again. Same setup, same motion. Quarterback keeps it. Heads up through there, and he's going to be brought down about the 45-yard line of the Indians. McComas, as we pointed out before the ball game, has carried the ball 102 times coming into this game for 780 yards. So he averages over 7 yards a carry. Picked up about, 6 or so there. It'll be 3rd and 2 with just under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Playoff action, Division 6. This time, Chesapeake's got everybody in close. In the short yardage situation, long count for McComas. And straight ahead, the fullback moves right up through there. That's Brown, and he's going to be brought down on the play. The first man on the scene for Valley was Blake Brewer. And it's still enough for a Chesapeake first down. They started this drive on their own 22 about 3 minutes ago on the clock and have advanced now down to between the 41 and 42 yard line of the Valley Indians. Panthers only 2 losses this year to playoff teams, Rock Hill and Ironton. This time we've got 3 guys on the left, 2 guys on the right, and the quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he squirts by a couple of guys, and he's going to be brought down about the 38 or 9 yard line. And he's tackled in there by Brewer. And it's going to be placed exactly on the 34 yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 1, 2, 3 to go. Little more than 2 for the Panthers. They got this possession by recovering a Valley fumble. McComas puts a man in motion. He gives it to his fullback, who spins and drops down to about the 30. McCoy Brown, no slouch himself as far as the yards are concerned. He knocked out 807 yards on the ground this year, 107 carries, so he's averaging well over 7 yards a carry as well. First down, Chesapeake. Again, they put Wilcox in it, and they're going to pitch to him coming around, and he doesn't find any room there at all. Greeting him on the scene over there for Valley was big number 74, Gavin Yezel, and J.D. Desjarnette was also there. So a loss of a couple for the Panthers. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the lads from Lawrence County. This time we're sending guys every which way. And they're going to put the wingman in motion from left to right this time. And he tries to swing it out wide, bounces off one, and gets his way down to about the 25 yard line. He spun off a guy. That play really was rather slow developing for something that you're trying to go wide on. It almost looked like it was in like half speed as it developed. 3rd down and about 5 to go for Chesapeake. No score yet with 4:55 to play. We're still in the first quarter of action. Holdecker way out to the left-hand side. Comas under will give nothing to anybody as we have a flag, whistle. And as the Hankies drop, it's going to go against Valley. So Valley's going to lose 5 that time. So now instead of at 3rd about 5 or 6, it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers as they are inside the 25 yard line of the Valley Indians. Taking a long time in the huddle. The play clock's down to 13, and they haven't broken the huddle yet. Up they go. McComas, only a junior. Puts a man in motion, keeps it himself for the short distance. He's stopped over there by Burke, but still enough for another Chesapeake first down as they've knocked out 5 on this trip down the field. Derek Burke brings him down. As The ball will rest inside the 20 on the Indians' 17-yard line. High school football on the zone sent your way by the Krispy Kreme Donut Shop, Galleon Waller Street, by All About Air, your indoor environmental specialist, and Bob and Floyd's Tire Center. There's a big play. McComas dropped down over there, and on the scene for Valley was once again Gavin Yezel. So it'll be 2nd and 11 for Chesapeake. Game brought to you by Jason Bentley, your Midland representative, and by Holbrook Pharmacy right here in Lucasville. Make sure you stop in. Mention you saw the game on the zone. Same setup we've seen quite a bit. One back behind the quarterback, and they're going to go on the move to the left on a pass formation, but McComas is going to tuck it, and he's going to head down to about the 15 where he's going to be blasted out of bounds over there. Several of the Indians over there, but Drew Wolford, chief amongst them, brings him down. So it'll be 3rd down and about 8 to go. Chesapeake with the ball sitting right smack dab on the Valley 15. Chesapeake generated 2,889 yards rushing this year. Over 288 yards a game. Not afraid to run that pigskin. And McComas fakes to the fullback, and he ducks down inside to about the 11 before he's brought down over there by Derek Burke and others. So we will see what we will see now is it's going to be 4th down and about 4 or 5 to go for Chesapeake. Chesapeake in the way of field goal kicking has Wesley Stevens, who's 3 out of 6. And he has made them from as far away as 31 yards. So it'll be a 27-yarder, and that's well within his range. The placement is down. The kick is blocked. And Valley gets in and stops the drive. Field goal attempt blocked. And we did not catch who was in there blocking it. We'll try to get that name for you if we can find out who blocked it. But the key thing is Valley now takes over with 2:20 to go. And conversation up here in the press box is maybe he hit his own guy on the head bone or something like that. Valley will take over. It's on their own 20-yard line. As no score yet with 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. The Indians stopped the Panthers on their first drive down. And once again, there's Blake Howard, and he scoots his way up across the 30. Howard, coming into this ball game, had carried the ball 80 times for 540 yards. Almost 7 yards a carry for the senior. He's also punched across 11 touchdowns on the ground this year. Indians sent a couple of guys to the right, one man way out there on the left, and Brian Rolfe decides to run off to the right and kind of find a hole over there. He ducked in a couple of times and finally is stopped down about the 37-yard line. That'll be short of the first down by about 3 or 4 yards. As Valley now, with 1 minute and 35 seconds to go in the first quarter, have a 2nd down and about 4 to go. Way out to the left-hand side over here for Valley comes Dylan Howard. And that one up to about the 39-yard line. That's going to make it already 3rd down and about 2 yards to go for the Valley Indians as the clock hits 1 minute to go in quarter number 1. High school football on the zone is sent your way by all the Zone Country locations, the Desco Federal Credit Union, by Infinity Home Healthcare in South Webster, and by the Portsmouth Cinema 8. Long count, tail back, up through, a nice jump, and a nice first down that time for Blake Howard. He gets out across the 45 before he's dropped over there, and he's brought down on the play by Jacob Johnson. It is another Valley first down. As Valley now out to about the 47-yard line with 28 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Way out to the right side goes Howard. A couple of guys in the slot over there. Rolfe, quick pump fake. He's going to give it on the draw, and that one doesn't really go a whole heck of a lot of places. As not much in the way of anything making room there for Basham. Stop on the play that time for Chesapeake by Brendan Meadows. But we have come to the end of the first quarter, and there's no score. Back with quarter number two right after this.
Great hit for a home run. Anybody can hit a home run with Benton Murphy Insurance.
Since 1922, Barrington Murphy Insurance, along with State Auto Insurance, have been hitting home runs in the Scioto County area, offering a full line of insurance products, auto, home, business, and life insurance. Give us a call or stop by our office to let one of our dedicated staff help you with all your insurance needs. Barrington Murphy Insurance.
Welcome back to Valley High School, where we have no score. We've played 12 minutes of football, and at this point in time, Valley has the ball, but they're going to be facing a long yardage situation. So we will see what happens there, as the ball is going to be placed down on the 45-yard line. High school football on the zone sent your way by Opa, Heroes and More on 11th Street in Portsmouth, by Monroe's Frame and Collision, by the Salvation Army. Don't forget, dig deep, give generously. The folks at the Salvation Army are doing some great work, especially this time of the year. So Valley has the ball. Second and 12. As we start quarter number two, Brian Rolfe has a couple of guys off to the right. This time he throws, he's got a man open just across the 50. And it's going to be complete over there to Howard, and he's brought down on the play out there by Casey McComas. It'll be enough almost for the first down, but almost doesn't count. It'll be third down and short now for Valley. The ball between the 43 and 44-yard line. Just underway in quarter number two. We played about a half a minute of action here. The Indians and the Panthers. And the lone back in there is Basham, and Basham is going to spin his way down inside the 40, enough for a Valley first down. This drive started on their own 20. They've now advanced down inside the 40 of the Panthers. Chesapeake on their first possession started on their own 22 and went down and had a field goal blocked. Actually, perhaps it was a little low and may have hit one of the Panther players. That's the speculation up here in the press box. Rolfe is going to give to his tailback and tripped up in the backfield. Howard unable to get forward, as grabbing a hand and getting a hold of his ankle was Brad Meadows. And so it'll be second down and about 8 yards to go. No score yet. We've played a minute and a half of the second quarter, and the officials are calling a little timeout. While they do that, we want to remind you that tonight's game is presented by Gaddy's Pizza on 11th Street, by Georgian Portraits, Stephanie, at the brand new location down there on 2nd Street. Also by the Portsmouth Tennis Club on Kendall Avenue. Stop in, whether it's lessons or to play. Portsmouth Tennis Club. And this time they're going to go to Howard, and he's stopped again, and grabbing him around the ankles, Johnson. Jacob Johnson, the 6'1", 215-pound senior, will drop him down, and that's going to make it, well, they're going to place it down on about the 36-yard line. That'll make it third down and about 8 to go for the Indians, with exactly 10 minutes to play here in the first half of action. Winner of this ball game advances. The loser thinks about basketball season. 3rd and 8. Lots of guys going to the left. One guy way out on the right all by himself. That's Howard. And a fake by Rolfe. And then a catch. Looks like a catch. Yep. Sure enough, Howard grabs it and rolls with that baby down to about the 26, 27-yard line. Another Valley first down as he was coming in kind of shallow underneath that second layer of defense there. Moving from right to left. And that was real close to the ground. So Valley now inside the 30-yard line. We'll see what they can do. And before they do anything else, they want to talk about it. So there's timeout on the field with 9:14 to go in the first half. No score. Back after this.
Go nuts for donuts at Krispy Kreme across from Portsmouth High School.
Hello and welcome back to Valley High School. There you see the Valley Indians getting some tutelage from Coach Darren Crabtree. There is no score in this game. Valley's had the ball twice. This is their second possession. The first time they had it for about a minute and a half, and the ball was fumbled away. Chesapeake took that drive, went down and tried a field goal, and it was blocked. So Valley, starting at 2:20 of the first quarter, has moved this far into the second quarter from their own 20-yard line. Set to go now as they set. Rolfe has a man on either side of him, and he's going to give it to Howard. Howard has a nice block on the left side, and he's inside the 20. Good block over there that time. Levi Witt made an excellent block on the left side. And Howard took advantage of it. It'll be 2nd down and 2 to go for Valley. Witt, the 6-foot-tall, 175-pound junior, knocked the man, well, not knocked, blocked the man and scooted the man out of the way. This time they send a couple of guys out to the right side. They're going to put one of them in motion. That's Howard. They're going to give it to him, and he's loose on the left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Valley. A 19-yard touchdown run. Blake Howard from the 19-yard line, and that breaks the scoring drought in this ball game at 8:29 of the second quarter. Now we'll see about the kick, and the kick is kind of squibbledy, and it's no good. So as they come back up the field with 8:29 to go, it's Valley 6 and Chesapeake nothing. Back with a kickoff right after this.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
Valley puts together an extended 12-play, 80-yard drive, and they move that ball down a goodly distance, and 5 minutes and about 50 seconds worth. I'll get the exact numbers as soon as I have a chance to do my arithmetic. I'm doing that in my head. So an extended drive for Valley there. Blake Howard runs that in, and Valley leads by the score of 6-0. High school football on the Zone is sent your way by the Ohio Automotive Group at 12th and Offner Street, by Pro Pest Control. Also brought to you by Rallies. No matter which way you go on Route 52, Rallies is there, and by Osco Industries. We want to say thanks to our sponsors, And thanks to you for being there as well. As Valley's kickoff will be a good one down on that left side, and then it'll go out of bounds. So the flag will be thrown, and we'll see what Chesapeake elects to do. Looks like they're switching off, so they're going to take over here in the second quarter. The Panthers with 8:29 showing on the clock here in the first half, and they will have the ball. They'll place that baby down on the 35-yard line. And Chesapeake, which made a good run on their first drive, they held on to the ball for almost 8 minutes and 7 seconds before their field goal was blocked. And they moved the ball steadily downfield, not to mention gobbling up that clock. So we'll see what they come up with this time, as there's a giant scrum in the middle and lots of Indians on the scene there, as Will Scott trying to carry the ball up through there. Gavin Yazell on the stop for no gain. Ball remains on the 35. Just about 8 minutes to play here in the first half as you watch high school football presented by the Goodwin Group, your ADT, home protection specialist, by Stoltz Pharmacy in Greenup, Flatwoods, and in Wheelersburg, and by Shawnee State University, your hometown university. Quick hitter up inside, quick response by Valley. They're coming back at him again as Scott carries it again. Yazell again on the, or excuse me, not Yazell, beg your pardon. Heath Greathouse on the stop that time. Pickup of 1 is going to be 3rd and long for Chesapeake. About 9 to go. 7:20 to go here in the first half. That one is over the head. So the incomplete pass going to make it 4th down as Valley's defense manages to force a punt. And a ball on the 35-yard line. McComas on the year, by the way, 23 out of 40. He was picked one time, 429 yards in the air. That time, a little bit too high. As now the Panthers will punt. Scott, the guy who was carrying the ball, 34, gives her a boot. And it's going to be picked up on the run on the 36. Moving down the right side is Rolfe, and he's going to step out of bounds right around the 43 or 4-yard line. Brian Rolfe grabbed it, moved it down, and so Chesapeake, following the punt, will have Valley knocking on their door on their end of the football field as the Indians, with 6 minutes and 57 seconds to play here in the first half, will have it on the 43-yard line. Valley 8-1 on the year. Chesapeake 8-2. Good ball game so far. Rolfe will drop and look, has time, got a man wide open down the field. It's caught, and caught it is. Blake Howard catches that ball about the 20, a 43-yarder. Let's look for flags and see what we got. Do I see a flag anywhere? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Guy was walking in front of it while I was looking at it. So there is a flag on the play. Blake Howard has to make the long walk back. Going to be a hold against the Indians. And, of course, the hold goes from the spot of the infraction. So it's going to be moved all the way back to the Valley 40. So that one, 10, 15, a 17-yard loss. 10 plus the fact that it happened 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So you go from a touchdown all the way to a, ooh. Man, what happened there? Rolfe's going to quick pitch it this time to Basham. Basham on the left side is not going to find much room over there. And Chesapeake responded rather quickly to that one, so a pickup of a couple. It'll be second down and still a long ways to go. They have to get all the way down to the 33-yard line of the Panthers. They're on the 43 now. So 17 and 7, 24 to go. If I'd looked at the scoreboard, they already figured it for me. High school football on the zone, 6:13 to go in the first half. Rolfe under center will give it to his tailback, and there's no room at the end there. Several Panthers on the scene, including Chandler Sexton and Shamir Morris. Both of them put the stops on that one, and now it'll be third down and a great distance to go. This drive went from being a quick touchdown to being a long distance dedication here. Way out to the left-hand side goes Derek Burke. Howard's off to the right. In the slot is Blake Howard. He goes in motion. They fake to him, and Rolfe has lots of time. He throws down the sideline, and it's caught, and they say he's out of bounds. Dylan Howard thinking that he had that one. And that one falls incomplete. Actually, it's caught, but called incomplete, I guess would be a better verb to use. That was a dramatic catch by the young man. That was a dramatic catch. So now it's fourth down for Valley. And Brian Rolfe will step back. He'll receive the pass from center about his own 31-yard line. Chesapeake is going to send one man deep and another man about midway. And the kick is high and long. What a great kick. That baby is going to bounce into the end zone. Man, oh man, was that a punt. So Valley, unable to regroup after the penalty that called back the touchdown, will punt it, and Chesapeake will have the ball with 5:06 to play here in the first half. They'll get it on their own 20-yard line. High school football on the zone sent your way by Weeks Wrecker here in Lucasville. Also brought to you by the Kennel Lodge at 7th and Market. By Strieber Mortgage. See Jeff down there. And also all the Zone Country locations of Sunspot Tanning. Happy to have those folks on board with us as now the Panthers will come out, see what they can do. They trail 6-0. 80 yards in front of them. McComas goes with it on the pitch to the right side, and down over there on the right side, following the pitch, is Ty Wilcoxon. So a gain of about 7. And Chesapeake with the ball now up to about the 27-yard line, still finding themselves about 6 points down. Out to the left-hand side, as we've seen so often, Oldecker. And the ball is loose. And it looks like McComas fell on it. And sure enough, that's the case. So sort of a wasted play for the Panthers there, but good news for Valley as that makes it now third down and about 3 or 4. You're watching high school football on the zone, sent your way by the Battery Terminal in Ashland. Also brought to you by the Scioto Trail Animal Clinic. And brought to you by the UPS store on 11th Street. 3:50 to play, first half. McComas keeps it, now pitches. And there's some room over there, but the ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up. Drew Wolford. Drew Wolford on a fumble recovery. Wolford recovers the fumble. Popped loose, and there you see Drew. And throughout the course of the year, we have seen Drew with different numbers on. Sometimes he wears 54 and sometimes 45. So Wolford recovers, and Valley finds themselves on the Chesapeake 30-yard line. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first half. And a turnover on the Chesapeake end of the field. They fake the Howard, they pass, and it's open. Oh! In Howard's hands and out of Howard's hands. By the way, in case you're wondering here, we're talking about Dylan Howard now, the 6-foot-tall senior. Not Blake Howard is the guy that they faked to. So that one falls incomplete. And he was open. That play has been open a couple of times in this ball game. So now 2nd down and 10 to go with 3.5 minutes to play in this first half. And some confusion in there as Rolfe tries to get back some of it, and he does get down. He's going to pick up a few out of something that looked like a complete disaster ready to happen. Rolfe tucked and went down and made it down to just outside the 25-yard line. So in that particular case, he went from what looked like certain doom into picking up some. So it's 3rd down from the 26. Out to the left-hand side goes Burke. Out to the right-hand side is Howard. And whistle, 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 whistle. Flag, flag, flag. Timeout Valley. 2:47 to go in the first half. 6-0 Valley. Back with more after this. There you see the Chesapeake Panthers. They trail in this ball game 6-0. High school football, Division VI, Region 21. First round playoff action presented to you by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. Also brought to you tonight by Games Save-A-Lot right here in Lucasville. And also brought to you by Smith's Drugs, downtown, South Webster, and now at Minford. Valley faces a 3rd down and about 6 to go. The ball is sitting on about the 26-yard line of the Panthers. And Rolfe will roll to his right. He's got time, and he's going to toss it, and it's going to hit the hands of Derek Burke. And it's unfortunate that it doesn't stay there. So it'll now be a 4th down for the Indians. A kick from this point would be about a 43-yarder, so that may not be the best move. We'll see what happens here. Valley, the 2nd place team in Division 6 Region 21. And 4-down territory, so they're going to do just that. If they don't do anything else, Chesapeake will still be in the hole. So Rolfe will take it. He's going to fake it to Wolford, and he's going to throw it inside, and that would probably be a 1st down. Let's see where they mark that, baby. It's going to be just a shade past the stick. Going to mark it right smack dab on the 20. The stick is just this side of the 20. 1st down, Valley. So Valley picking up a 1st down. They started this drive on the Chesapeake 30, and they have just eked out a 1st down. 2:25 to go with the clock running here in the 2nd quarter of action. Rolfe will have his backs in an eye and a wide man on either side. And he's going to give it to Howard. Howard has some room on the left side inside the 15. May say he went down just a shade this side of it. Yep, they're going to mark it down on the 16. 2nd down and about 6 to go for Valley, with the clock now under 2 minutes here in the first half. Valley leading 6-0. They scored at the 8:29 mark of this quarter. Blake Howard scoring. And there's some more progress. That's going to be close to the first down stick. On the tackle that time for Chesapeake, Jacob Johnson and Shamir Morris. And the ball marked inside the 10. That should be a first down. Yep, first and goal, Valley. So Valley with 1:24 to play in the first half. Rolfe will pitch to his tailback. That's Howard. Lots of traffic, but Howard makes his way down to about the 5, it looks like. Nice block on the play that time by Drew Wolford. Wolford with a good block led the way in there, and that makes it now second and goal from about the 4. A couple of times tonight we've been able to point out some excellent blocking by Valley. So now second and goal. Rolfe will take it himself, move to the left, got a little bit of room as he spins off, but he's quickly stopped. And coming over to make the extra hit there that time for Chesapeake was Austin Browning. He came up as Rolfe was falling forward and stopped him from going any further. Well, there's timeout on the field with 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll be back right after this.
Infinity Home Healthcare is a family-owned group of caring professionals committed to the overall well-being of our patients. We specialize in letting your loved ones live a normal life at home. Call us today and let our family take care of your family.
Valley, they find themselves with 30 seconds to go in the half. Third and goal, ball on the 5-yard line. They lead 6-0. As you watch high school football, sent your way by Sideline Pizza, by Nature's Comfort, coal and wood heating of both your home and your water. Also brought to you by all the Zone Country locations of the Portsmouth Public Library, including right here in Lucasville, and by Compass Community Healthcare Center, who will present our Player of the Game Award at the conclusion of tonight's contest. Good ball game tonight. 6-0 the score. Valley in the lead, and they're knocking on the door from the 5-yard line. Half a minute left to go in this first half. Valley is out of timeouts. Chesapeake has 3. And Rolfe looks, throws, and over the hand, just off the hands of Howard. That's Blake Howard. That one was bulleted in there. That one was really bulleted in there. So now it's going to be 4th down and goal. The clock at 25 seconds stopped because of the incomplete pass. And now we'll see what they decide to do in the way of field goal. Rolfe is capable, as he has a good toe about him. And they're going to place the ball down on what looks to be the 12-yard line, so it'll be a 22-yard attempt. The snap's a little high, the kick is up, it's long enough, and it's good. So with 20 seconds to go, Rolfe, a 22-yard field goal, will put Valley up 9-0. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Welcome to Kennel Lodge of Portsmouth. Kennel Lodge is a complete pet boarding facility that creates a family stay environment that includes luxurious style kennels, a huge outdoor play area, and the daily care your pets deserve. Leanne and Kevin Abner include a staff that truly understands everything that your pets need, from grooming, the HydroSurge bathing process, and of course, the element of love. Located at 7th and Market Street in Portsmouth, call 353-9804. The next time you need pet boarding and care, they make your pets feel like they're on vacation too.
Valley just completes a 10-play, 30-yard drive. Rolfe, a 22-yard field goal. They managed to take 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock to do that. And so with 20 seconds left in the half, Valley will kick off to Chesapeake, who now finds themselves on the short end of a 9-0 score. Valley 9, Chesapeake nothing. High school football on the zone is sent your way tonight by the McKinley Funeral Home in Lucasville. Brought to you by Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, who will bring you our halftime report, and by Toro Loco, who present our defensive player of the game. Here's the kick, and it's going to be taken on the 14-yard line. Moving up through the center with a lot of room. Lot of room as a big return that time all the way out front. Will give Chesapeake the ball with 13 seconds to go here in this second quarter.
26 yards, first down, Chesapeake.
They're going to mark it on the 44-yard line. So 13 seconds to play with. Chesapeake does have all three of their timeouts. They're trailing by 9. McComas rolling right, heaving, and that ball bounces loose. And if you want to just look at the results of it, it looked like that he knocked out the guy holding the stick, but that, of course, wasn't what happened. But that was the impression one had, as that baby was fired right over there at the 10-yard range. Stops the clock with 8 seconds to go. High school football sent your way tonight by Real Estate Gallery Incorporated and King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio, as well as Boland's Mini Mart on Route 52 in West Portsmouth. And it's going to be a keeper, my McComas. He's got a lot of room. And he is loose on the right, and he's brought down to end the half as he gave everybody a good scare on that one as he gets down to the 29-yard line. But we're halfway home here at Valley High School in this Division VI regional quarterfinal. And the score here at halftime is the Valley Indians 9 and the Chesapeake Panthers nothing. We'll be back with the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report when we return right after this.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again. The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
Peter 10:17.
Ruth 2:11.
James 11:9.
When I was hungry.
When I was lost.
When I was stoned.
You gave me help.
Faith.
Joy.
You gave me a chance. Amanda 4:6. When I was saved.
Your holiday donations to the Salvation Army make change all year long.
I knew I wanted to do some sort of engineering when I first started, and I saw the plastics program. I just fell in love with it. I like to think things through and solve problems. It's so interesting. I actually want to work in the design part of it, from an idea to an end project. There's something for everybody here, I think.
The background I had at Shawnee State has made an impact on what I do now. They gave real-world experience. There's opportunities for graduates to start before they graduate. It's not just trial and error, it's applied knowledge.
Thank you.
I do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married.
I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here.
You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the Sunspot where the sun always shines.
I told him you're running TriCaster. We're getting songs from band right now.
This is my business. I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone.
Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there. Packing, shipping, help.
Outstanding.
Toasters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
I got the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
Ready with you. Welcome back to Valley High School. You're on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. Our score here at halftime, the Valley Indians 9, the Chesapeake Panthers nothing in this Division 6 Region 21 quarterfinal game. Winners advance, losers pack it up for the year. In this first half, Valley opened up the ball game receiving as Chesapeake had won the toss. And Valley started off, but they fumbled the ball on their own 22-yard, or excuse me, on the Chesapeake 22-yard line. Chesapeake recovered the ball, and they headed all the way down the field, kept the ball for about 8 minutes, actually 8 minutes and 7 seconds. They tried a field goal that was put up at that time by their field goal kicker, Wesley Stevens, and it looks like it probably hit one of his own players. So Valley got the ball on their own 20 with 2:20 to go. Their second time was a little bit more successful. They started and went around the corner into the second quarter. They put together 4 first downs, and a 12-play, 80-yard drive that resulted with Blake Howard running the ball in from 19 yards out. They consumed about 5 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock and scored. The extra point was no good, and Valley led by the score of 6-0 with 8 minutes and 29 seconds to go in that first half. Chesapeake's second try at the half resulted in them having to punt, and Valley returned the favor as they started off on the Chesapeake 43, but a penalty that was for holding that had the effect of pushing him back 17 yards sort of spoiled that drive. Chesapeake took the ball following the punt with 5:06 to go in the half and started off, but the ball popped loose. Drew Wolford recovered it, and Valley got the ball on the Chesapeake 30 with 3:40 to go. Took them 10 plays for that short distance of 30 yards. Rolfe kicks a 22-yard field goal, and with about 20 seconds left in the half, Valley led 9-0, and that's where we are here at halftime. Valley's had the ball 4 times. Chesapeake has had the ball 4 times. Chesapeake with 5 first downs, Valley with 6. You're watching the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. And our score again at halftime is Valley 9, Chesapeake nothing. Chesapeake's returning to the field across from us, as you can see. Valley's coming out as well, and we're not too far away from the start of the second half. So we'll be back with more of the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report when we return to Valley High School right after this.
Do it for the 7:30, please.
Enjoy the movie.
It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, they actually cycle movies faster here.
The best cinema like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake?
I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
Welcome back to Valley High School. You're watching the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. In the first half, Chesapeake won the toss and they deferred. You can see them out at the center of the field discussing who's going to do what. But of course, Chesapeake will elect to take the ball in this half, and they'll defend the south goal. Valley will be taking it from the north as Wolford leaves center field and heads back to his club that's warming up at halftime here. At halftime, Valley is ahead by the score of 9-0. And again, in that first half, scores for Valley, Blake Howard, a 19-yard run. Also in that half, Rolfe, a field goal. That's the only scoring. A fumble recovery by Drew Wolford for the Indians. And there was a field goal block, but we think that probably hit a Chesapeake player rather than being blocked by a specific Valley player. So that's the way things are here at halftime. Don't forget, Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine has their Saturday morning sports clinic. It's at 9 o'clock every Saturday at the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, located there in the 1700 block of Kenny's Lane. If you've been around a while, you know that that's where McKinley School used to stand. We are finished with our halftime report here. The teams are headed to the sidelines and about 30 seconds away from kickoff. We'll be back right after this short break.
Hello? Oh, hey, honey. Dinner. Yeah, I got it.
As we are ready to take on the second half here. Our halftime report was presented by Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Chesapeake will be at the goal to our right, Valley to the left. Valley's in the purple jerseys with the white football pants. Opposite on the opposite end, Chesapeake in the white jerseys with the purple football pants. Valley will boot it away, and as they come up with it, it's in the air on its way end over end to be taken about the 8-yard line, and moving forward with it out across the 20, now 25, and out to about the 28-yard line. It was returned out there for Chesapeake by Stevens, and Burke brings him down, and so Chesapeake will take over. They've got the ball on their own 29-yard line. And we are just underway here in the second half. 8 seconds ticked off the clock during that return. And the Peak is going to send out 2 men on either side. And McComas is going to shoot for his man, and it's going to fall short and scoot underneath there as Austin Oldecker, the 5'11 senior, unable to catch it, and he was not happy with his work on that apparently. He caught the ball 11 times for 162 yards coming into this ball game. So an average of about 10 yards a snag. It'll be 2nd and 10 to go for the Panthers. Our game tonight presented to you by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. Also brought to you by Dan Cassidy and the folks at Barrett and Murphin Insurance. McComas on the right. Ball's loose. Let's see what we got going on here and who's coming up with it. As Yezel and Burke will stop things about the 31-yard line. It's 3rd and 8 to go for the Panthers. Our game tonight presented to you by the Krispy Kreme Donut Shop at Gallion Waller Street, by All About Air, your indoor environmental specialist, and by Bob and Floyd's Tire Center, 12th and Chillicothe. If your car rides on it, they got it. McComas got his man on the left side, and it pops loose again. Oldecker. He was covered over there by Kenny Williams about the 40-yard line. It would have been enough for the first down on the first down cut, but instead Chesapeake finds themselves facing a 4th down. That stops the clock with 11:04. We've not even played a complete minute of this second half yet. Blake Howard and Brian Rolfe dropping back deep to about their own 35-yard line. The Indians have one guy standing at midfield, sort of midway. Snaps a little high, but the kick is away. It's sort of a line driver. It's going to take a Chesapeake bounce, but bounce out of bounds before it has much of a chance to go. And they're going to mark that baby out of bounds, and Valley will get their first chance of the half as they force the Chesapeake punt. And the Indians, who lead 9-0, will find at 10:51 that they'll have the ball in pretty darn good field position as they're going to place it on the Valley 48-yard line. So Chesapeake keeps the ball for 1 minute and 1 second. And Valley will now have a 9-point lead to sit on as they start here. Each team had the ball only 4 times in the first half. So just 4 shots for each team. Valley scored twice out of their 4. Moving forward and falling up through there is Blake Howard. And he's going to pick up a few. Howard, the 5'11 senior, 80 carries, 540 yards coming into this ball game. He also has caught a few. He's caught the ball 32 times for 525 yards. Altogether, 14 TDs coming into this ball game tonight. Plus, he also has had one in this ball game. So 15 TDs for Howard. Second down and about 6 to go. Rolfe back to pass, got a man right in the middle of traffic, and it's caught. Howard jumps, grabs that baby right in the middle of a busy intersection. And he's inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. As Blake Howard, as we were just talking about, had 32 catches coming into this ball game, and he was in the middle of 3 right there. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Indians. Less than 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Rolfe, a quick toss off to the right. Howard again gets loose inside the 30 down to about the 25. Brought down on the play for Chesapeake by Cecil Fletcher. So a pickup of 8 for Howard, and it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Indians. Ball is right smack dab on the 25. High school football on the Zone is sent your way by Infinity Home Healthcare. Also brought to you by OPA on 11th Street, Heroes and More, and by the Ohio Automotive Group at 12th and Offnear. Indians started this drive on their own 48. And here's Basham. Basham trying to find some room, gets to the 20. He's got enough for the first down. And there's going to be a late hit right there. There was a bit of a late hit there. The stop on the play by Austin Browning. We're going to have a personal foul against Chesapeake. I guess they saw it the same way I did. So a penalty against Chesapeake. That's going to take it halfway to the goal. And that'll take it all the way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Valley will have it first and goal as they lead 9-0 with 8:55 to go here in quarter number 3. Chesapeake had the ball to start the half, had to punt it away. Valley got good field position on their own 48, and they still have it right now inside the 10. Rolf's going to give it in there. Big hole for Sam Basham. A 9-yard run for Basham, as there was nobody near him. There was a tremendous bit of blocking in there for Valley as he came from left to right, still on the left side of center on a little slant type thing, and he dashed right in there from 9 yards out as Valley's line had completely annihilated that left side. So now they'll try for the extra point. So far, they're 0 for 1 tonight on that. There's the kick. It's up, and it's good. So with 8:37 to play here in the third quarter, Valley now leads 16 to Chesapeake's nothing. Back with the kickoff right after this.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again.
Welcome back to Valley High School, where the Valley Indians, the home team, have just taken a 16-0 lead thanks to a 9-yard run by Sam Basham. Basham takes it in. Rolf's kick is good, and that caps a 5-play, 48-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. They grabbed 2 first downs along the way, and so now they lead by 16. 8:37 to go here in the third quarter of play. The kick will come to the Panthers for their second shot at it in this half. The kick is a good long one. It's going to be taken inside the 10, about the 7. And from the 7 and moving out and on his way, still on his feet, and still driving out through there, Shamar Morris with a great return from the 7. And he gets all the way out to the 45, 46-yard line. So nice return there of 38 yards. So a 38-yard return by Shamar Morris. And Chesapeake gets the ball with 8:25 to go, and they've got great field position on their own 46. They trail 16-0. They put Bartram in motion. And McComas will keep it and head up toward midfield, where he'll be brought down over there. And in fact, it goes just a shade past midfield. So now it'll be second down on the Valley end of the football field. They've got just a little bit more than 5 yards to go for the first down. High school football on the Zone sent your way by Desco Federal Credit Union, all over Zone Country. Also brought to you by Jason Bentley, your Midland representative, and brought to you by the Battery Terminal in Ashland. They've got a wide receiver on either side, a wingman on each side, and they're going to try the right side of the line, and Valley is there. I mean, they are hard in there. Lots and lots of Valley Indians in there. Included on that would be Ty Stewart and some others. So that'll make it 3rd down and 5 to go as Valley responded well with a bunch of guys in on the gang tackle there. Way out to the right-hand side for Chesapeake goes Stevens. And a long toss to Stevens and a leap and almost picked by Rolfe, who had the height advantage on Stevens. Stevens 5'10", and of course Rolfe standing in there at 6'2", plus he's a leaper, but he's not quite able to get it. That is really a tall pass. That was a long, tall drink of pass right there. So it's now 4th down for the Panthers. They're at midfield, just a shade on the Valley side of it, and they'll be punting it back to Brian Rolfe, and also back there is Blake Howard. Chesapeake sets up. Long count. And they're going to run for it. Moving out to the right side, and going to be short. Going to be stopped. Drew Wolford and J.T. Ward on the stop. Will stop that fake, and Chesapeake will lose it on downs. Wolford and Ward combined for a pair of W's there. And Valley will get the ball with 6:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and they're going to get it in terrific field position on their own 46. They started their first possession of this half on the 48, and that was good news for the Indians as Basham capped that one with a touchdown. Rolfe pump fakes, now tosses it behind the defenders. And he was looking over that way trying to get a hold of Dylan Howard. Chesapeake had 2 men back, and that ball didn't really have a whole heck of a lot on it that anybody could really make much out of. So it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and stop the clock with 6:44 to play here in the 3rd quarter. So the Indians send a couple of guys out to the right, one guy out to the left. Going to give it inside. Nice blocking up in there.
Sam Basham carries the football.
As Basham, again, from that left side, picks up a few. It'll now be 3rd down and 4 to go. High school football on the zone, presented by the Salvation Army. Also brought to you by Osco Industries and Stoltz Pharmacy, located in Wheelersburg, Flatwoods, and Greenup. Maxon and I up pretty close, and they're going to go to Howard. Howard's got the 1st down and then some, as he drags a couple of guys with him. And chief amongst them on the tackle there for Chesapeake was big Jacob Johnson, 6'1", 215. But it is a Valley 1st down, as we're down now to 5:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Indians inside the 40 of the Panthers. Both these clubs have been fairly deliberate in their offenses this evening, but they have not wasted any time. And there goes Basham. He's loose. He's around a man. He's got a lot of ground that he can cover, and he's brought down on a touchdown-saving tackle over there as he is taken down to the turf that time by Seth Marlowe. And it's another Valley 1st down as they're going to be inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line of the Chesapeake Panthers. So Valley once again is beaten on the door. Valley starting this on their own 46. And they're going to the left side, and Howard is going to be dragged down, grabbed initially over there on the play by number 52, Brendan Meadows. Meadows, a junior. A lot of youngsters on the Chesapeake Ball Club. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from about the 9-yard line. High school football on the Zone is sent your way by your hometown university, Shawnee State University. Brought to you by Holbrook Pharmacy right here in Lucasville and by Weeks Wrecker Service. Rolfe throws, and his man is falling down going for it. As it's just a little bit behind the intended receiver as Morris covers him out there. And nothing doing there as they were shooting for Levi Witt on that right side. So now it's 3rd and goal for the Indians. They're going to send Howard way out to the left side. Way out to the right side goes Burke. And they're heading to the right. They got everybody over there. One man misses him, but they yank him down about the 4. Howard gets down, and it's going to now be 4th and goal from about the 3 or 4 yard line. Let's see what they do with it. Going to mark it on the 3. And so Valley finds themselves in a 4th and goal situation. Looks like they're going to go for it. Way out to the left side goes Dylan Howard. Burke is way out to the right, under center, and they fake and toss to the right, and it's caught. Let loose at the very last second, Levi Witt. Levi Witt, a 3-yard touchdown reception, as Rolfe was almost in the clutches of the Chesapeake defenders. And with 4:04 to go, Valley makes it 22-0. Now Rolfe will try to tack on the extra point. It's on its way. And it's good. So as they come back up the field, Valley 23 and Chesapeake nothing. Back with the kickoff right after this.
I had someone kind of encourage me towards English. My first actual English literature classes, I fell in love and decided that's what I wanted to teach. Shawnee had everything that I wanted. The best feeling is when a student, the light bulb goes off. I get that now, and that you're a part of that learning process.
It was because of Shawnee that I was able to pursue professional writing. My classes here at Shawnee, they prepared me for a lot more than just graduating and pushed me into a career path I can stay on and pursue for the rest of my life.
Valley Indians 23, Chesapeake nothing. Valley caps an 8-play, 54-yard drive. They took 2 minutes and 47 seconds to do it, so twice this half. Valley has had excellent field position, starting first on their 48, that time on their 46, and this time a literally last-second pass from Brian Rolfe to Levi Witt. 3 yards in, and Witt was in the end zone with no trouble at all grabbing that ball. And Valley now leads by the score of 23-0. We have 4:04 to go, and we are in the 3rd quarter here. The kickoff is on its way. It's going to be a shorty. And falling on, good defensive, or good heady thinking there for Chesapeake by Will Scott as he falls on it. Last time Chesapeake got the kickoff, they had an excellent return to start their drive by Shamir Morris, so it looks like they were maybe trying to play a little keep away from him this time. So with 4:02 to go, Chesapeake is going to get the ball, and they're going to have it on their own 36-yard line. They're going to put a man in motion. That's going to be Bartram. Bartram is going to get it, and he's going to be upended over there by Brian Rolfe. Almost like the old roll block, they used to call it. He cut his feet right out from under him. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. High school football on the Zone sent your way by Strieber Mortgage. Also brought to you by Monroe's Frame and Collision, by Gaddy's Pizza on 11th Street, and by Georgian Portraits in a brand new location and brand new management. See Stephanie there at Georgian Portraits. And a toss and a completion. Oldecker out to about the 44, short of the first down. So that'll make it now third down and about a yard to go for Chesapeake. Chesapeake in the air, 443 yards this year. Their big strength, of course, their ground game, 2,889 yards. And they grind it out. 127 first downs coming into this game. And that is short. That is short. And down at the bottom of things there, it looks like it might have been Heath Greathouse. Is that right, or is that a 70? No, 76. And also on the play, looked like Stewart might have been in there. Every now and then when the jerseys bend, it makes the 6s, 8s, and 0s all kind of roll together. But Chesapeake with a first down. Ball is on their own 47-yard line. As I was mentioning, they have grounded out. They knocked out 127 first downs in the first 10 games. And there's no room at the end there. Coming in hard and fast that time for Valley was Stewart and Basham as well. Second down and about 12 yards to go for the Panthers. 1:52 to go here in quarter number 3. Valley's up 23-0 as this game presented to you by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio, by all the Zone Country locations of Sunspot Tanning, and by Games Save-A-Lot right here in Lucasville. Back to pass is McComas. He's going to toss it short, and it looked like the guy's knee was down, but he's still scrambling. I guess they said only his hand hit, as it was complete over there that time to Bartram. And completion of a pass ended up in a net loss on the play. So now instead of second down and 12, Chesapeake finds themselves with third down and about 14 as they took one step forward and 2 steps back there. Minute and 4 seconds to play here in the third quarter of action. Panthers will send Oldecker out to the left. Also over there is Bartram. They've got 2 guys out on the right as well. And McComas is going to tuck and go. He's moving up the field. He's got the first down. He's finally knocked down inside the 40 as he stopped there by 57 and 21. That's J.D. Desjardins and J.T. Ward. But it is a Chesapeake first down. A 20-yard pickup for McComas, who has gone over the 800-yard mark for the season here in this ball game tonight. 30 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Way out to the right-hand side for the Panthers goes Malavenda. And they go on the left side to Oldecker.
6-yard pickup for the Panthers, second for Chesapeake.
And it's going to make it second down and about 4 yards to go, as we are about out of time here in quarter number 3. In fact, that'll do her. We're 3/4 of the way home here at Valley High School. The score, Valley 23, Chesapeake nothing. Back with the 4th verse of this song right after this. Welcome back to Valley High School. Valley leads 23-0 as we get ready for the final 12 minutes of this ball game. Our game tonight is sent your way by the Kennel Lodge at 7th and Market Street in Portsmouth. Also brought to you tonight by Nature's Comfort. Boyd Adkins there with coal and wood-burning stove, actually furnaces and boilers that will heat your water and heat your home. Also presented to you tonight by the Wheelersburg Cinema. Ball is going to be sitting on the 30-yard line of the Valley Indians. Chesapeake yet to score this evening. They're now second and about 3 or 4 to go.
Indian 31.
McComas, the quarterback, under center, will give it to his fullback, and up through there goes Will Scott. As Scott gets up out of there, Wolford on the stop. He's down about the 26, and that is another Chesapeake first down. Their third of this drive that started on their own 36. Weather not quite as warm on this playoff game as we saw about 24 hours ago. Temperature supposed to drop down into the 30s or 40s before the night is done. And McComas is going to pitch it, and moving forward with it over there is Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon gets down inside the 25. Wilcoxon, one of many multi-yard runners this year for Chesapeake. He came into the game with 503. McCoy Brown came in with 807. J.W. Bartram came in with 475, and Casey McComas with 780. As I mentioned, almost 2,900 yards just rushing offense this year for the Panthers. This time they're going to go with Scott. Scott on that left side, and Valley responds pretty well over there. And they all came up in there, and first on the scene, it looks like, is Gavin Yezel. And that ball is going to be marked down about the 21-yard line as we're just underway here in quarter number 4. 10 minutes and 45 seconds to play. And in 10 minutes and 45 seconds, somebody will move on and somebody will move back to the house. Panthers got a couple of guys out on either side. Going to put one of them in motion. That's Wilcoxon. They're going to toss it, and it's going to be underneath the defense, under the umbrella there, and Oldacker unable to get it. And a couple of times tonight we've seen him kind of either dive or lose his footing. I'm not sure which. But now Chesapeake finds themselves kind of getting in sort of mucky ground again as they've kind of stalled up about between the 20 and 21 yard line. Moved right on down and have had 3 first downs on this drive. They're going to go for it with about 4 or 5 to go. Comas is going to take it, and he's going to toss on the left. He's got his man who's trying to struggle for the first down, and he is not going to get it. Blake Howard, the first man to hit him over there. And so Chesapeake comes close, but they lose the ball on downs. Thanks to a great defensive effort, they complete the pass, and Valley comes up strong and cuts them off short. So with 10:19 to go, Valley gets the ball back. They've got the ball on their own 18-yard line. The Indians sitting on top of a 23-0 score. This game tonight is sent your way by the UPS store on 11th Street. Brought to you by the Goodwin Group, your ADT specialists, and by Smith's Drugs downtown, also in Midford and in South Webster. There's Blake Howard, and he's going to pick up a bunch as he gets down to about the 28-yard line. It'll be second down and 1 to go for Valley. Clock is still moving. We've got less than 10 minutes to play. Way out to the left-hand side is going to go Howard. Way out to the other side goes Derek Burke. wingman on the left goes into motion. And they're going to go straight ahead, and nice room over there. Some good blocks on that right side. As Howard is going to be stopped finally by Jacob Johnson, but not before a Valley first down. Good blocking on that right side by Valley on that play. They get out, the nose of the ball touching the 40-yard line. Again, this time Valley's going to send Howard and Burke out to the left. They're going to pitch to the lone back, and there's not going to be much room there at all for Basham, as he's going to be dropped down over there and stopped by Brad Meadows. Meadows, the leading tackler for the Panthers this year, as he does lots of stuff defensively for them. He's also intercepted 3 times and had a blocked kick this year. So Meadows, a senior, big force in there defensively for the Panthers. Backs up in an I pretty tight behind Rolfe, and they're going to give to the tailback, and that's going to be Howard, and he's going to reach the 50. And if where he fell is any indication, the ball should have crossed the plane for the first down. And it is a Valley first down. So first down Indians. Our game tonight presented to you by Wagner Rental and Supply, New Boston, Jackson, Ashland, all over Zone Country. Also brought to you by Sideline Pizza on Route 104. And brought to you by Compass Community Healthcare Center. We'll present our Player of the Game award following tonight's contest. Rolfe is rushed a little bit, lets it fly, and that baby is going to be out of bounds. Possibly destined for a fan on the Chesapeake side of the field. So that one falls incomplete. Chesapeake giving some good pursuit there as Rolfe lets it fly in a safe direction out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 8:01 to play. Ball is exactly on midfield. Burke and Howard out to the right. Looks like Dylan Howard off to the left. Rolfe will give it up in there. Basham on his feet. First down and then some, as he's going to be brought down over there for Chesapeake by Austin Browning. First down Valley. Started this drive on their own 18. They're now down to the 34-yard line of the Panthers. Another important first down, and of course they're eating up clock. It's 7:48 to go. They've had the ball for about 2.5 minutes on this drive. Backs again in an I, a little bit, set a little farther back this time. Again, they're going to go to Blake Howard. He's got some room and is going to make it down to about the 32. So a pickup of 2 or 3 before he's grabbed up in there and stopped by Chandler Sexton. Sexton brings him down. Sexton, the 205-pound senior. Broad in the shoulder. And the ball will be placed on the 31, between the 31 and 32-yard line. Again, a pair of them go out to the right-hand side as Rolfe sends them over there. I formation again. And he gives it to the tailback, and big hit, but scooting off of it and spinning away. And moving out to the right side, Blake Howard. They'll place that ball down, looks like between the 28 and 29 or so. Maybe between 27 and 28, I guess. It'll be third down, about 3 to go for the Valley Indians. They lead 23-0. The game presented to you by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio, and Real Estate Gallery Incorporated. Rolfe drops. He throws. He's got a man downfield. It's Howard. And Howard had a step on the defender about the 6 or 7 yard line as he was covered over there. And on the defense that time was Cecil Fletcher. Howard was about a step beyond him, but the ball was about a couple of steps beyond them. That stops the clock with 6:01 to go. And it's 4th down and about 3 or 4 to go for the Indians. And they, of course, are in the situation where they could go for it. And they're going to give it up in there to Basham. Basham crashes forward, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Basham, the 5'11", 200-pound senior, bobs and weaves his way down to another Valley first down. Ball's going to be marked somewhere around the 21-yard line. And Valley will have 1st and 10, 4 more shots at it with 5:45 to go. Our game tonight is presented to you by the McKinley Funeral Home. Also, Holbrook Pharmacy. Also brought to you by Pro Pest Control and the Portsmouth Tennis Club. Thanks to our sponsors for bringing you tonight's ball game. They've got the wide guys on either side, and they're going to go inside and taking it up in there that time.
Brad Meadows. Stop for the Panthers.
It was J.T. Ward. Is that right?
Timeout.
Pickup of a couple, and there's timeout by Chesapeake with 5:13 to go. We'll be back with more right after this.
I do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married. I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here. You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the sun spot where the sun always shines.
I keep thinking, nah, I'm not seeing that right. Welcome back to Valley High School. It's playoff action. Division 6, Region 21, quarterfinal action. The Valley Indians with 5:13 to go for a chance to advance as they lead 23-0 over the Chesapeake Panthers. Valley 8-1, Chesapeake 8-2. And they've got 2nd down and 8 to go. Ryan Rolfe takes the snap, rolls to his right, and he's got a trio of guys after him, and he flies that baby out of there at the last possible second, as he had a bunch of Chesapeake Panthers after him, including Shamar Morris right on his tail. And so it'll be 3rd down and 8 to go. That'll stop the clock with 5:04 to play. Ball's just a shade inside the 20-yard line for the Indians. Our game tonight presented to you by Nature's Comfort. Boyd Adkins offers a unique heating and hot water heating concept. Coal-fired, wood-fired boilers. Heat both your home and your water. Nature's way with Nature's Comfort. Rolfe again, and he's
Screen pass intended for Howard is incomplete.
trying to dump that baby off, and that one doesn't quite go the way they want it to. So now, just a hair inside the 20, they've got a 4th down. If they were to try a field goal, it would be, let's see, 27, 37-yard attempt. So I don't know if we'll see that or not. Let's see what happens as Valley leads 23-0 with 4:59 to go. And yes, it looks like they are going to set the tee up. And they're going to set it on the 26 instead of the 27. It's going to be held in there by Dalton Howard. Snap is down, the kick is up, it's long enough, and no good. Line drive kick. So Valley unable to convert on that field goal attempt. So Chesapeake will stop on that one, and they'll stand in and get the ball on their own 20-yard line. as we're down to 4:52 to go here in this contest. So with 4:52 to go, the Panthers will have it on their own 20. They have yet to score tonight, but they've had some long drives, and Valley's defense has stepped up and stopped them. So we'll see what Chesapeake does now as McComas. By the way, McComas only a junior. He's responsible either by passing or running for over 1,000 yards of offense. That one, nice snag by the receiver. Reached out his left hand and dragged it in. That was a good catch over there by Ty Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon only a freshman. So a lot of youth on this Chesapeake Ball Club. Pickup of about 3 over there for Valley that time. Playing it tight was Brian Rawl. As the clock continues to run with 4:25 to play. Panthers are going to send Oldecker out the left side, way out yonder. McComas is going to keep it, and he's not going to fool anybody as he's going to only pick up about a yard before he's dropped down over there. And several Valley Indians on the scene, including 76, and is that 28 in there? 28 is Paul Brogdon. Did I see that right? Maybe. And it's going to be third down now as Valley exchanging players rather freely as the clock is down to 3:40. Chesapeake trying to get on the board. They're going to send Shamar Morris out to the right. McComas, nobody to look for, or to find rather. He looked for lots, but he's unable to get much, so he gets back close to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit beyond that. But Valley's defense is going to hold there. And that's going to be fourth down and about 4 to go for the Panthers. As the clock now says 3 minutes to play in this contest. Teams that finish in the top 4 in the region earn a home game for the first round of the playoffs. From that point on, the OHSAA points their finger and says, go here. And there's a little look in that broken up. Brian Rolfe takes it away or knocks it away from Shamar Morris. So Valley will take over as Chesapeake loses the ball on downs. With 2:40 to play, Valley has the ball way down in Chesapeake territory. So 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Ball on the 26-yard line of Chesapeake. And Valley will come out and we'll see who they are running in there. Rolfe is still coming out. I still see Dylan Howard there. Still got Derek Burke in there. They're flying the left side, moving it over that way, and a little bit of room, but knocked out of bounds about the 18 was Basham. That'll stop the clock with 2:31 to go.
Basham gained 7, second and 3 Indians.
So Basham picks up a little bit more than half a dozen, about 7 yards down to about the 19. Out of bounds, stops the clock. Not so sure that Coach Crabtree really wanted to stop the clock there. Indians come up. One lone back behind Rolfe. He's going to give it to that back, and that's Ward. Ward will get across the 15. That'll be a Valley first down. So that'll give Valley a new set of 4 downs with 2:22 to go. And as soon as they move the sticks, the clock will run. Ball's inside the 15.
After he went to locker room.
And we'll see what we got. Rolfe still in there. And the clock running is now down to 2:05. This game presented to you tonight by Rallies on Route 52 in Portsmouth. Also brought to you by Holbrook Pharmacy here in Lucasville. And Rolfe goes to his back, and they try the left side, and a pickup of maybe one for Basham. He stopped over there, and on the stop that time was Brendan Meadows. A pickup of about one. It'll be 2nd and 9. A minute 35 to play here. Only 2nd down, so Valley's got a few more plays to play with. And the play clock down to 18, so they can kill a little more time that way. Rolfe brings his club up, and they're going to go into the victory formation. Dropped back deep is Derek Burke. So with 3 downs to play with, Rolfe takes a knee. Chesapeake still has 2 timeouts left. I do not think they'll probably use them. Less than a minute now as the clock winds down to 59 seconds. Valley 1, maybe 2 more plays will take care of it. The ball's not marked ready for play yet. Now it is. So they're set now. Ball's on the 15-yard line. Valley up 23-0. So they'll take their sweet time about getting up. Play clock down to 10. Again, the victory formation. Rolfe will take a knee. And with 28 seconds to go, they will not mark that ball ready in time. There's 23 seconds, and that'll be it. So Valley advances as they defeat the Chesapeake Panthers in this first round of the playoffs with a pitch and a shutout. The final score here at Valley High School, the Valley Indians 23, the Chesapeake Panthers nothing. Back with our wrap-up right after this.
Welcome to Kennel Lodge of Portsmouth. Kennel Lodge is a complete pet boarding facility that creates a family stay environment that includes luxurious style kennels, a huge outdoor play area, and the daily care your pets deserve. Leanne and Kevin Abner include a staff that truly understands everything that your pets need, from grooming, the HydroSurge bathing process, and of course, the element of love. Located at 7th and Market Street in Portsmouth, call 353-9804. The next time you need pet boarding and care, they make your pets feel like they're on vacation too.
Welcome back to Valley High School, where, as you see on the scoreboard there, the Indians put an end to the Chesapeake Panthers season. Panthers finishing up with a record of 8-3. Valley now going to 9-1 on the year and advancing in the playoffs as they defeat the Panthers by the score of 23-0. At halftime, Valley was up 9-0 as they came out for the second half. Chesapeake got the ball to start it with. Valley forced a punt, and right after that punt, they started on their own 48-yard line and put together a 2-minute and 13-second drive that took 5 plays, and it was capped by a 9-yard run by Sam Basham, and the 5'11 senior pushed it across. Valley led 16-0 with 8:37 to go in that third quarter of play. Valley's defense again stood tall and caused Chesapeake to lose the ball on downs on their next possession. And so the Indians started with 6:51 to go on their own 46, picked up a couple of first downs along the way, a 2-minute, 47-second drive that was 8 plays long, 54 yards, and Levi Witt from 3 yards out catches that ball from Brian Rolfe. And Valley at that point led 23-0 at the 4:04 mark of the third quarter. Chesapeake got the ball back again on their own 36, and as they had done a couple of times tonight, they managed to put a little drive together, but as it happened every time tonight, they kind of stalled or stopped in the muck or whatever it was. They put 3 first downs on, started on their own 36, but they lost the ball on downs on the Valley 18 with 10:19 to play, and the Indians turned around, put 4 first downs on the board, and more importantly, managed to use about 6 minutes off the clock as they tried a field goal that was no good. Chesapeake got the ball back following the field goal kick with 4:52 to go, starting on their own 20. And again, Valley's defense went strong and stopped them on downs on the Chesapeake 26. And Valley rode out the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the ball game, defeating the Chesapeake Panthers by the score of 23-0. The Valley's defense really standing strong tonight and doing a good job of shutting out the Chesapeake Panthers. In that second half, Chesapeake had the ball 4 times, Valley had the ball 4 times, but Valley, as you know, managed to score with Basham, and they managed to score with Witt, and they had another shot at it at a field goal. So 3 out of the 4 possessions that they had a real shot at scoring, or actually scored themselves. They managed to get 9 first downs to Chesapeake's 3 in that half, for a total on the game of 15 for Valley, and they cut Chesapeake way back from their average of 12 a game. The Panthers only got 8 in this ball game tonight. We're on the wrap-up here. We'll be back to give you a couple of final things and mention our defensive player of the game and our player of the game when we return to Valley High School right after this.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
Welcome back to Valley High School, where the Indians have just defeated the Chesapeake Panthers by the score of 23-0. And the big story tonight, besides those 23 points, Valley's defense really stood tall tonight. In fact, things were so well balanced that these tackling statistics that I'm about ready to give you are just almost overwhelming at how evenly balanced that they were. For Valley, first of all, Blake Brewer, the 6'3 senior, had 8 tackles and assists combined. In addition to that, Gavin Yazell, the 6-foot-tall senior, had 8. Drew Wolford had 6, and Derek Burke had 6. And our leading tackler and the winner of our Toro Loco Defensive Player of the Game tonight, as we're going to present that to number 76, Heath Greathouse, 5'11", 225-pound junior. So our Toro Loco Defensive Player of the Game tonight for the Valley Indians is Heath Greathouse, with 8 solo tackles and 1 assist. We want to congratulate Heath and award him the Defensive Player of the Game award presented by Toro Loco, Mexican and American food, fast but not fast food, Portsmouth, Wheelersburg, Franklin Furnace, and Ironton. And now it's time to present our Compass Community Healthcare Center Player of the Game award. And lots of ways we could have gone tonight, and of course, as we mentioned, as a unit, the defense really worked well. But tonight, even though we had Blake Howard with 20 rushes for 148 yards, one of the key players in tonight's ball game, rushed for 100 on 14 carries. He had a 9-yard touchdown run that really sort of kicked things off there on Valley's first possession of the second half. And we're talking about 5'11", 200-pound senior Sam Basham, number 38 for the Valley Indians. So our Compass Community Healthcare Player of the Game with 14 carries for 100 yards is going to be Sam Basham of the Valley Indians. Congratulations to him, and a real team effort on both sides of the ball tonight for the Valley Indians. So Valley advances, and they'll move along in the Division 6 playoffs, and we will find out exactly who, while there's a lot of speculation, who will they be playing. And, of course, the OHSAA will determine where they'll be playing. But other than that, we do know they're advancing on and trying to do their best to defend their regional crown this year. We'll wrap it up from here tonight, and we'll remind you that our sponsors for tonight's game included Nature's Comfort, the Boyd Adkins and everybody there with the great new boiler system that heats your home and your water with coal and wood burning the Nature's way. Also, our game tonight presented by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio, Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Sideline Pizza, Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Compass Community Healthcare Center, Toro Loco, who just presented our Defensive Player of the Game. Brought to you by Games Save-A-Lot here in Lucasville, by the Wheelersburg Cinema, by the UPS store on 11th Street, by Weeks Wrecker in Lucasville. Brought to you by the Kennel Lodge, the Battery Terminal, Sunspot Tanning, presented by Holbrook Pharmacy in Lucasville, and the McKinley Funeral Home in Lucasville, as well as Strieber Mortgage and Wagner Rental and Supply. By the Goodwin Group and Shawnee State University, by Smith's Drugs, also brought to you by the Salvation Army, the Portsmouth Public Library, Osco Industries, Stultz Pharmacy, Scioto Trail Animal Clinic, OPA, Portsmouth Cinema 8, Infinity Home Healthcare, the Ohio Automotive Group, Rallies, Pro Pest Control, Monroe's Frame and Collision, Desco Federal Credit Union, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Jason Bentley, the Portsmouth Tennis Club, Georgian Portraits, Bob and Floyd's Tire Center, Boland's Mini Mart, Barrett and Murphin Insurance, All About Air, Gaddy's Pizza, and King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. Thanks to our sponsors. I want to thank the stat guys here at Valley High School for helping us out tonight. Also, thanks to our crew, and of course, we appreciate the hospitality that everybody at Valley always gives us when we come here representing the zone. So, I want to remind you that Valley advances. The final score in tonight's ball game is the Indians 23, Chesapeake Panthers nothing. I'm Tony Lavender for the Zone. Thanks for watching, everyone. So long.